Hi, this is Helen, and in this video I'm going to look at is now a good time to make an online course? And by now I mean in the coronavirus lockdown. So you may have been thinking of making an online course, and it's generally a very good idea because you just take what you know, you record it, and you put it online, and you can sell it, and you don't need to be there. So in some ways it's an ideal business model. And in some ways, it's a really good idea right now because you may be distracted by other things. You may find it hard to find the time to work directly with clients. So it's a particularly good idea at the moment, in some ways, to have an online course. You may have lots of free time, so maybe your client work has died off a bit, maybe you've been furloughed from your job and you've got time and you're wondering how to fill it. Now, that's not the case for everybody, of course. Some people are homeschooling at the moment, some people have their entire family at home, so it's quite noisy and that's not ideal for making an online course. But also your potential clients, your potential students, they may have more free time at the moment as well. And I'm seeing from online course creator forums and Facebook groups that online courses are selling quite well at the moment. And that's because people are thinking, well, now's a good time for me to brush up on some career skills. People are doing a lot of crafting and arts, so hobby courses are going down quite well. So I think the important thing is if you've got lots of free time, this is a great idea. But keep in mind that if you don't have so much free time or free space or peace and quiet, it may not be such a great idea. One thing I see a lot is internet marketing experts saying that making an online course is easy and quick. And actually, if it's your first one, it's not easy and it's not quick. There's a lot of skills you need to learn, and you need to have that time available and that space available to make one. Otherwise, it's going to be a really frustrating experience for you. It's also worth noting that an online course might not be the best option if you need to move a live workshop that you're already running online quickly. So when I say online course, what I mean is something that's basically recorded and people can buy or download or access at any time on the internet, day or night. A workshop, I'm mainly talking about when you're delivering learning live, perhaps using something like Zoom. Now there is overlap because some online courses have tuition and they have a live component as well, but the two are different, and I'm not sure everybody has really understood how different they are. And often a live workshop is quicker to do because you're just taking what you did live, face to face, and you're moving it online. So it's already planned, it's already there to some extent. If you're making a completely new online course, that's a different thing because you have to think more about the structure and how people are going to learn, and it's a different kind of scenario completely from doing a live workshop face to face. And I'm going to be doing some more videos on taking a live workshop online, because I just want to keep it separate from the online course thing, because it's a different process. There's always been a risk, and I've seen it quite a lot, of making an online course that doesn't sell. So what people tend to do, and in the best of times, is they tend to make the course they think they should be making rather than making the course that people want to buy. And the difference between the two is often having an audience that you know well and doing some research. And I think my concern at the minute is that because a lot of us aren't thinking as straight as we normally would, so we're anxious, we're distracted. The temptation is to make a sort of knee-jerk course and just think, right, I'm going to make a course, I need a course, I'm going to do it now, and not do the proper research and the proper thinking and plan it properly. And the danger there is that you spend a lot of time making a course that nobody buys. So like I said, that's a risk at the best of times. I've seen it happen quite a lot. I think it's even more of a risk now. So if you're thinking of making an online course, do the proper planning, do the proper research, structure it well so that it's accessible to people, who are also distracted and probably anxious as well. So this is not a time to skimp on the important stuff, if you like. And what I've got on my website is a free downloadable planner that you can use for brainstorming your course, and a resource list of all the tools that you can use to make it, and I'll put a link to that underneath this video, so do check that out, because a bit of work on that planner, that brainstorming sheet now, will save you a lot of wasted effort later. Know your audience. So make something that they want, ideally something that they're crying out for, they really want from you. Do your research and do your planning, and that's even more important now than it would be in the best of times. And at the best of times, people do tend to skimp on that. So that's the big pitfall I can see at the moment. I think another thing to do is to meet your audience where they are now. So your audience as they were a few months ago before the coronavirus hit will be in a very different mindset to where they are now. So they will have different priorities. That's not to say they're not buying anything, because as I've said, I've seen people are buying online courses. People are particularly buying hobby courses or courses that will help them build career skills for when this is over. And also people are reassessing their career path as well. It's time out, it's time to think, and there will be demand there. But right now they're going to be in a different frame of mind than the way they are normally. Of course, people are going to be more anxious. Their probably concentration levels aren't going to be as good as they would be normally, and they're going to have different priorities. And as I said, there's a free brainstorming sheet which will take you through the steps of identifying a course title and breaking that down into steps that you can download from my website. And there's a free resource list in there, so that's a list of video editing software, platforms that can host your course, places you can get images and music if you want to. So those are completely free on my website. Really recommend grabbing those before you just dive in and make your course, because that will save you a lot of time and effort. If you do decide to go ahead, good luck. I think it's a great idea if you've got the audience and you've done the planning and you've got the time, and I'd love to see how you get on, and see you again soon in another video. Bye.